This Week in the Internet is filmed before a stuffed penguin audience.
Good evening, Internet. It's Friday, March 25th, 2011, and welcome to this edition of This Week in the Internet by Chitika Insights.
This week, Verizon's iPhone has made huge strides in the iPhone market, Internet Explorer 9 and Firefox 4 officially launched, and AT&T acquired T-Mobile, giving them a huge boost in the Android market.
We'll start with the AT&T acquisition of T-Mobile. This week, cell phone network AT&T announced that it was purchasing its competitor, T-Mobile, for a whopping sum of $39 billion from Deutsche Telekom. While this is a huge story in the wireless industry, we're particularly interested in how it will change the face of the smartphone market, particularly Android. When the announcement was made, AT&T accounted for a tiny share of Android devices online. But by acquiring T-Mobile, they'll jump over 5 times to over 20% of all Android phones browsing the internet.
Internet Explorer 9 and Firefox 4 both launched in the past 2 weeks, and there's a marked difference in the response. IE9 launched on the 14th, while Firefox launched on Tuesday. So far, the latest Firefox has been downloaded 24 million times, according to Mozilla's live download statistics. According to our own statistics, despite being a week behind Internet Explorer's release date, Firefox 4 passed IE9 about noon on the 23rd and hasn't looked back since.
Back to the world of mobile browsing, last week we reported that the Verizon iPhone had already picked up 10% of the iPhone market, taking market share away from AT&T in the process. Right now, our tracker shows Verizon at 10.8% of the market, down from its 24-hour high of 12%, but still a massive amount of market penetration in just over a month.
2 big stories about AT&T this month, and we have to wonder if they're related. Not long after AT&T lost their iPhone exclusivity, they purchased T-Mobile, with a side effect of suddenly being big players in the Android market.
Well, it's a potentially brilliant move by AT&T. Not only are they picking up a new segment of the smartphone market, but we've shown in the past that an individual Android user is worth a lot more money than an individual iPhone user. So while AT&T may have lost a chunk of their Apple-using base, they've picked up potentially an even more valuable user base than they had before.
That's all for this installment of This Week in the Internet. For more news, data, and tips on the business of the web, check us out on the Facebook page at facebook.com/Chitika.
Thank you, everybody. We hope you've enjoyed this show, and we'll see you next week. Good night.